Welcome to our CKA full course, and today's topic is host port and host network. What is a host port? Suppose this is a computer, and this is one of the port, and this is the pod. So whenever I connect this pod, then this pod can be accessible using this node IP. Suppose the IP of this is 172.30.2.2. Let's say it's a node 01 as per killer coda. This is a node 01 as per killer coda. And this is the port. This is running Nginx, so port container port it's 80, and I will open one of the port map to 8080. So now I can access that pod with the IP localhost colon 8080. So what is the disadvantage if this pod is using this port? So no port can be no other pod can use this port, or this port is not won't be used by anyone else, and for the security prospects it is not a good idea. So we are just doing it for testing purpose. So I'll create a pod YAML file. So vi pod.yaml. I'll paste it. This is for the information purpose. If I remove it, then also it works. And this is the host port, and the protocol is TCP. Now I'll WQ and save. So here the container port is mapped with this host port of our laptop, but here is killer coda. So this is so I'll just escape WQ. It is a killer coda. So pods, why it is doing this? Sorry, K-gate nodes. Sorry, I'm writing an ODS. So this is the we are using killer coda, and this is the node machine. So the local host would be the node 01, because if we run any pod, so control plane is having the tent, and so the pod will run on node 01, and so the node 01 will be the local host for the pod. So I'll create a pod, k create -f pod.yaml, or I can write apply also. We already seen what the difference between create and apply. And now k gate pods -o wide. So here is the IP address, and the pod is scheduled on node 01, and it is running. Now I can curl. Now k control L. I once again. Now k gate nodes -o wide 0 wide. So this is the IP. So if I use this IP and port number 8080 which I defined, I can access the pod. Curl http colon 172.172.30.2.2 colon 8080. So you can get reply. Now the question arises that port number I will check for the node IP control plane, but it is showing not connected. So usually host port we are using of node 01. Now that port number 8080 is fixed. This port 080 is fixed. No, you can take any port from 0 to 65535, or you can Google it for the range. Normally 3000 to 32,676, something like that is we are using for the node port. So you can use any one of it, but I want to use randomly. So there is no way you can find out the free port, but there are some tricks. So this might be not available in ChatGPT also, but we can telnet to find the pod. Now telnet 172.30.2.2, and the port is 8080. So you will find that is it connected. Now I can use 600. So it is showing that it is not connected. So you can use port number 600. So I'm again creating a pod. I'm editing this pod name host port, and I'll write it 600, and here I'll edit port number 600. I'll save it, and again I'll run the pod. So k get pods. So there are two pods running. So k get pod -o wide. So both are running, and now here I will write 600. So I'll get that pod. K delete pod nginx host port, so that only one pod is running. Now I can get this still having the access of it. Now I can use telnet 172.30.2.2, and telnet port is 600. You will find that it is connected. So this way you can find, with the help of telnet, you can find the port is free or not. So, and now there is host port. Now host network. So whenever host network you define in, so the pod will get the here get pods. So I'll just copy YAML file vi pod 1.yaml and I'll paste this here. Two line I had introduced. This is the host network true and DNS policy cluster first with the host network. So, and here the container port. Here we had not used that port. So I'll just escape wq k apply -f pod.yaml. So k get pods. So you will see -o white. Earlier that IP is like this. How this IP will be given? It's like a cat slash etc Kubernetes manifest kube controller manager grep pod CIDR, or I can say CIDR. So you'll find that this is the CIDR from where this is taking. So this is the IP address. Now this is the host IP address. I'll see here, this is the IP address of the node 01. So if I'll curl http 172.30.2.2, so you'll find this available. So that's it. Thank you so much for your love and support. And we do have a playlist for CK mock questions and concept which is not covered in most of the video tutorial after 2025. So have a look. Thank you so much.